Welcome to The Bad Bunch, a multiplayer aircraft arcade with intensely fun dogfighting, bullets spitting, smooth as engine oil, shoot 'em down indie game developed by Starestudio. This is an epic little gem that has captured me and seen its huge potential and growth over the coming year. Very first playtest was just released this week, and I've spent some time enjoying it, and I just wanted to share some of the details and sort of get this game a bit more out there, hopefully. A little bit more about the studio. So the Starestudio sounds like it's an impressive large team, but in truth, it just consists of one dude locked in the snowy depths of beautiful Canada. Pretty nuts though, because when you look at the game, it's looking very good. Has a very much of a smooth criminal kind of feel. Now, Bad Bunch is aiming for release at the end of this year. It's going to be on PC, Linux, Mac, PS5, Xbox, so basically everything, even Nintendo 64. No, probably not, one could dream. What about Switch and mobile devices? So we know our Switch is getting hardware dated, so there will be a decent chance that Bad Bunch is released on the new Switch when Nintendo finally decides to release another one in the year 3000 of our great indie lords. Because at the moment, it's taking a long time. Who knows? Speaking with the dogfighter developer God himself, he's known as Bok on Discord. Bok wants this game to be limitless, which will include releasing onto mobile phones, which would be really neat. He's taken a realistic approach, however, so he's not going to overpromise and underdeliver. So at the moment, it's only going to be released on those platforms defined. For me personally, I'd really like to see this game on mobile devices because I think it's really going to translate to a really fun competitive cross-platform game that reminds me a bit of Rocket League in terms of its sense of enjoyment and satisfaction. So yeah, going back to the cross-platform, you're going to be able to play with your friends, team up with your mates, and get a lot of fun and satisfaction out of this game. Now, let's take a look at the playtest. Disclaimer, this is a playtest version. It is not the final product at all. The game's subject to so much more change and improvements over the course of the year, so take everything in some way with a grain of salt. If after watching this video you do want to try the playtest, I'm going to quickly walk you through just how to do that right now. So there should be two different links. The first link will be a Google link in the description. If you click on that, that should take you to the download page. It should be simple enough just to click on that and start the download. What I actually recommend is that you go to the Discord link and click onto the playtest channel, click on that channel, and then make sure you download the latest version of this playtest, because by the time you watch this video may be a bit dated. Definitely check out the Discord if time's gone on. Once you've downloaded it, you need to extract it onto your computer using WinZip or another application like that. Then once you've extracted it onto your computer, you probably want to run the Epic Online Service installer, then log into your Epic account using the various accounts that you can use, or just sign up to Epic. And then after that, once you've signed in, you'll be able to run the Bad Bunch exe, and then you'll be able to get fighting. It's a relatively easy process. If you have any issues, make sure you leave me a comment and I'll help you out. Now that you're all set, let's fly on to the playtest. Starting up the playtest version, this will be your main screen. Now you got settings, the usual suspects here. You'll have your graphics, keyboard, audio. You'll be able to change the settings of the graphics just so it's more compatible with your system. It's worth mentioning you can play this on controller and keyboard, so controller is supported off the bat. Okay, so you'll have find game. So if you hit find game, this is just how you'll be able to find other lobbies. Now hosting, you'll be able to host your own games. You can select it online or on LAN. You can have bots on or off. And you can have max up to 32 players, which is huge. It's a lot of aircraft in the sky. It's really mad. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to quickly talk about the game modes. So random's going to be a combination of all the different game modes, and it's just going to cycle through them randomly. So you might go from free-for-all in one game, then you might go to King of Aces, so forth. Next mode is free-for-all. This is every dog for himself fighting to get the most kills by the end of the time limit. Team Deathmatch, similar scenario, but you'll have your team. You'll be able to team up with your mates and try to get the highest score within a certain time limit. King of Aces, this one is a cool mode. A free-for-all, but with a twist. At the start of the game, somewhere on the map, there will be a coin-looking thing. The aim of this to be the first player to find and collect it. Then you must have to hold it for as long as possible, as you will receive 1 point per second for holding the coin. It sounds easy, but as soon as you pick up that coin, the players will be alerted, and you will be marked as the King of Aces, making it easier for players to target your longitude and latitude and find out where you are. It means all the players will know, and they're going to target you out of preference because they want the coin from themselves. So basically what this means is it turns into like a one against everyone kind of mode. So you want to fly around, try to get away or try to get kills, but basically holding on to that coin is going to be key and trying to survive at the same time. So a nice little twist there, I really like this. Team King of Aces is exactly the same mode, but with 2 teams. So 2 teams and 1 coin. Sounds like 2 girls, 1 cup. No. So same thing as King of Aces, but this time on teams. There'll only be 1 coin though. So you want to quickly find that coin, and then all your mates, you want to get them to defend and protect you while you try rack up those points. So that's going to be a really cool fun mode because it's going to be very unique in the sense that you'll be able to fly away and have all your team protect you. So there'll be some interesting tactics here. Next one's capture flag. This is the classic. So you'll have 2 bases. Each base has a coin. You need to capture that coin and take it to your base, making sure that in order to capture that coin, your coin must already be at the base, so the enemy can't possess it when you want to return their flag, if that makes any sense. But yeah, basically capture flag, the classic, and it's really cool because it definitely makes it a bit different when you're in an airplane. Next, we're going to take a look at the maps. So the first map you can select is Island 2. Island 2 is a very beautiful looking map. It's very green, lots of canyons, places to dodge and hide around. Really nice little features on this map. Got very much of a pirate treasure island kind of feel to it. And as you can see, you can fly around here through all the gorges and makes it for an interesting battleground. Next up, we have Island number 1. Really like this one. This one has a lot more pointed and higher features, a lot more canyons and crevices just to sort of fly around in. You can see again, it's kind of got that pirate island kind of feel. So many obstacles and stuff to fly around. I really do enjoy this map. Very good features. Next is the canyon. So the canyons are quite a different sort of style of a map. And you can see here, it looks kind of strange looking down, but as you come through and through the canyon, it looks awesome. And it's a really fun sort of map to be playing different modes on. So I'm looking forward to seeing, like, say, maybe like a King of the Hill where it's lower to the ground, forcing everyone into the canyons. Next up is the Canyon 2. It's the Grassland Canyon. Looks really nice. Very similar sort of thing. You'll be flying through all the canyons, trying to kill your enemy low to the ground. And those are the 4 maps. So that's just for the start of this playtest. So I'm sure as things go on, there'll be more maps, more modes released over time. Some caution to this is I don't know how long the playtest and how long these playtest cycles will go for, but definitely check the Discord out for more information there. Cool. What we're going to do now is we're just going to go into a game, and I'm just going to give a bit of an overview of the different aircraft and some of the weapons. So we'll just jump into a random. Just a quick note, there has been an update. So at the moment there's 32 players, but apparently in the next playtest there might be up to 100, which is insane. So we'll keep the bots on. Obviously we'll just keep it to a low number, so nice and smooth. Cool. So we've got King of Aces as random. So you'll notice that there's different vehicles, and at the moment there is no real difference between the biplane and the fighter other than the model and probably the hitboxes. Otherwise they are basically the same. It's same speed, same turning, everything like that, so no difference. Same with the Huey and the Apache, the smaller box for the Huey, and the models are basically, and the difference of the models, but otherwise they have the same handling and everything. So the different balancing between the aircraft and future aircraft will be done just in this very early stages of playtest. That's just how it is. I guess you could kind of call this screen your build, because you'll be able to basically build different styles of aircraft or weapons depending on how you want to play. So we're just going to talk about the sort of builds that we have here, or the primary, secondary weapons and the skills. So starting with the primary, you'll have the different size of bullets. So the 7mm, 12mm, 20, 30, and shotgun. Shotgun currently doesn't work too well in this playtest, but that will be changed in future playtests. So if you select the 7mm, you'll notice that there is a bit of a description just down there. It will say the 7.26mm machine gun has damage low, velocity low, firing rate is very high, and accuracy is very low. So what we'll do, we'll just quickly give a demonstration of the 7mm, and then we'll compare it to, say, something like the 30mm, just to give a bit of an idea of what we're sort of talking about here. So this is King of the Aces game mode. So really we want to try to be targeting the King of the Ace, but we won't worry about that right now. So you notice there how quick the bullets fire. Not very accurate, but they fire very fast, and it takes quite a long time to kill your enemy. So if we compare that to something brutal like the 30mm, which has a high damage, high velocity, the firing rate is low, and the accuracy is high. So better accuracy, bullets will probably hit further away, does a lot more damage. So see how it's firing a lot slower, but the damage is huge. So it takes a lot less bullets, a lot more damage than the 7mm, but fires a lot slower. So that's just a quick example of primary weapons. And then you'll have the 12 and 20mm, which sort of sit in between. So you'll be able to play around with those if one you want to work on. Now the secondary is your rockets, homing missiles, and bombs. So at the moment bombs don't work, so they'll be coming up in future playtests. Quickly show you rockets. So rockets are definitely my favorite, but they will kill planes very quickly. These rockets pretty much just fire in a straight line, high damage, but the animation looks really, really cool. But there is a bit of a drawback, is it takes quite a long time to reload. But yeah, very fast, a lot of fun using the rockets. So that's just a quick example of the rockets. Then we got the homing rockets. Homing rockets are really nice. I really like using them with the helicopter. We'll give an example with the plane though. So this is capture the flag. Fly as one in a really close group, which is never a good idea. But you'll see you'll see the plane turn green, and that sort of means you're locked on. And these homing missiles will follow that plane. So hold on, I'll try. Give you an example. That guy just dissolved in the air. So a better example I'll show you is just say on the Apache. So for the Apache, if you press spacebar, that will higher your altitude. See how it's green? Finding a nice formation there. So that's a quick example of the homing. So they might be better fitted for the Apache or helicopters. So that's just a quick example of the secondary. So the skills are still being properly deployed. They're not quite in the playtest just yet, but I'll show you flares. So flares, I imagine, are going to help you get away from homing missiles and rockets. But at the moment, you can't turn it off, so it will just sort of stay on. But you get the idea there. Then we have turret. So turret currently doesn't work. Not too sure what that will do just yet, but we'll learn more about that soon once it does come out. So repair, this is just sort of like a special ability. So your plane will repair over time, and apparently you will repair quicker if you're closer to the ground. So that's a neat little skill there. And then cloak. So cloak I can show you. So you go invisible, somewhat invisible. A little bit of a, oh, you can still see the guy in there. That'll be really awesome for stuff like capturing the flag and trying to get around and sneak past enemies. So nice little skill set. Imagine over time, there's going to be quite a few different skill sets. It's going to make this very interesting because it's kind of, you'll be aircraft, but you'll also somewhat have special powers. So a really neat little thing there. So this is what this kind of screen is. This is your loadout. You'll be able to select different things and try out all the different combinations. As this game progresses, a lot more is going to be added to this, so it's going to make it a really crazy sort of aerial combat game. But yeah, that's just a quick run through of the game and the loadouts. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to leave you with a bunch of gameplay at the end here, just so you can see all the different settings, and that way we'll give people a good idea of what it sort of looks and feels like in this very early stage of the playtest. Thanks so much for watching. It's been awesome hanging and playing this game. And props to Bok for making and working on this game for quite some time now. I think it's been like 3 years or so, maybe longer, but he's come a long way and it's looking awesome. Really excited for this game to be released and watch it develop. I will try to provide updates every now and then just to check in on how it's going in terms of playtest and what's available. But for now, I'll leave you with this gameplay. If you got anything from this video, definitely subscribe and yeah, catch you later. Peace.